For today's Q&A, we're going to talk about see and be seen. So it was broad daylight on the interstate. I was going down the interstate. I was on an Ultra, a big Ultra, and he didn't see me.
Okay, so today we're going to be talking about something that's universal to anyone on a motorcycle. Doesn't matter if it's a sport bike, a cruiser, a moped, and that's seeing and being seen by other drivers. And the number one enemy to a motorcyclist or even a bicyclist is distracted drivers. And a close second is being able to see ahead of you, especially at night. And if you're in a rural area like we are, animals, deer, dogs, things like that coming out, you want to see as much as possible in front of you. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. What can you do to see, and what can you do to be seen?
DK Custom Q&A number 10.
Yeah, so we're not going to talk anything about exhaust or loud exhaust or quiet exhaust or loud pipes saving lives or getting women or hurting people's feelings. We're going to talk about being more visual.
So the first thing is to ride where you can be seen by oncoming traffic. Place yourself in the lane where oncoming traffic or traffic that might be turning out of a driveway can see you. So not only does that mean not following too closely, because if you're following really close to the car in front of you, then the car's coming on, all they see is that car. Once that car goes by, they're going to turn left, and there you are. So don't follow too closely. And then place yourself in the lane where people can see you, and the view of you is not blocked by the car in front of you, and where your view of what's going on in front of you is not blocked by the car in front of you. There's a bunch of traffic in front of you, on a couple lanes in front of you, and there's a lot of parking lots up on the right where people might be turning out into the lanes that you're going to be in. Make sure that you place yourself where you can see, where the cars in front of you are not blocking your view of who might be coming out of the parking lot. And then left-hand turns, the number one accident for motorcycles where another vehicle's involved is a left-hand turn in front of you. So whenever you're coming up to an intersection, always place yourself where you can be seen by anyone who might be making a left-hand turn and where you can see anyone who might be making a left-hand turn.
Okay, so the number one way to be seen by traffic around you is with brighter lighting. And lighting has come a long ways. Back in the day, everyone had yellow incandescent bulbs that didn't really grab oncoming traffic's attention or didn't really grab the attention of others around you. Well, now we have really bright white LED lighting options. And, you don't really want to blind oncoming traffic, but you want them to see you. They're safely in their car and you're very vulnerable on a motorcycle. So, it's your prerogative for them to be seen. They should be watching for you, but, it's in your best interest for them to see you. We have several options for LED lighting. Drop-in bulbs, change your headlight bulb out, your passing lights, turn signals. Turn signals are a big one. You want them to know when you're turning. Just a dim yellow equivalent to a candlelight blinker found on most stock bikes isn't going to do the job. You need something that's visible, puts out the lumens, and really catches their eye.
Yeah, so LED lights, most of the new Harleys, I think all the new Harleys come with LEDs, but you go back a few years and most of them did not have LEDs. So the drop-in bulbs that can go in for both the headlight and the passing lights are a good option. Then one thing I really like is the stealth driving lights, because it puts them out a little bit wider, either floorboard width or maybe even out on the end of the engine crash bar, engine guard. And those stealth driving lights are down lower, and so not only are they very, very visible, you'll pop something up on the screen here. They're very visible daytime and nighttime, but what they do is they light up the side of the roads, so deer, raccoons, rabbits, whatever that is going to run out in front of you at nighttime, you'll be able to see them in plenty of time.
Yeah, and that's a great item to have in addition to an LED headlight.
Oh yeah.
Just a bright headlight alone puts out a very definitive beam, but you don't really see what's outside of that beam. Anything could be coming full speed into your pathway. So auxiliary lighting, spreading your field of vision, perfect way to see what's in front of you.
Yeah, so the LED headlights and passing lights are designed so that they won't blind oncoming traffic, and they're up high. But the stealth driving lights are down low, and they go wide, way wide on off the side of the road, where if they were up higher, they would blind people. But they're down low, so they get a really nice spread, but they don't blind people.
Right. And another thing, I've seen you coming through town in the daytime from, a half a mile away, coming my direction. I knew it was you just based on those lights. So I mean, they catch your attention. Yeah, even in daytime, they catch your attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, there's a motorcycle. The sooner someone identifies you as being a motorcyclist, the more likely they are to pay attention to you.
The other thing I really like are the wraparound running lights, turn signals, and when they're running lights, they're white, and they just go around the forks. And then when you put the turn signal on, they turn from the white color to the blinking amber color, or yellow, orange color. And so those are just another thing that catches people's attention. Right. It's different, and they're stealth, they look good, and they're very effective at getting people's attention. The 22 LR LED lights for the Dynas and the Sportsters and some of the Softails are really very bright lights, and you can get them for front turn signals. You can get them for back, and for the back you can have them be brake and turn, or you can have them be run, brake, turn. And so those are really effective.
Yeah, and my favorite thing about them is they look cool. You don't have to have some big bulky Christmas tree light hanging off your bike to be visible. You can do it, and you can do it with style, with a very sleek design 22 LR light or the wraparound fork LEDs, and the sleek, discreet design goes a long way.
Yeah. So another thing that's really good for the trikes, actually the tri-glides, is the mud flaps with the LED lights built into them. And the run, brake, turn, they're really easy install, and they really get the attention. So not only are they mud flaps to keep stuff from flying up, but they're also run, brake, turn lights, and they get people's attention big time, day and night. And related to that, we have saddlebag lights that can go right on the bottom of the saddlebag. You don't even see them.
And that goes perfectly with that tour pack filler. It has an integrated run, brake, turn LED light as well, and it's super bright. As far as looks go, it matches those mud flaps perfectly. It matches the OEM lights on the tour pack perfectly, and just overall, it's a great design.
Yeah, and it fits all 14 and up tour packs, two-wheelers also.
Yeah.
The other thing that's good is the run, brake, turn LED strip that can go on the back of a Sporty or Dyna fender, a Bob fender, and it's a run, brake, turn. You don't even really see it when it's not on. Right. When it comes on, it's bright and it's there. And also that light can be used, those lights can be used for freewheelers. They can also fit the two fenders on a freewheeler.
Right. It's really discreet. When it's not on in the daytime, you don't see it. It has a smoked lens. But when you turn it on, it's like bam, it's like a red lightsaber. It just shows up. It's very visible, and it's very sleek because you don't have the turn signal sticking out like a big pair of ears off the backside of your bike.
Yeah. The last thing is we make a LED strip that can go right along the side or the bottom of a license plate. It's made specifically for our license plate relocation, and and that thing is bright. It's long. It's the length of the license plate is very bright, and it can be just a brake light, or it can be a running light and a brake light. It's not a run, brake, turn because obviously it's just on one side.
Correct. And it's offered with several of our license plate relocation kits.
Right. The last thing that's important is don't overdrive your headlights. See and be seen. You want to be able to see. So, and the test is, and get on a road that there's not a lot of traffic and have your bright lights on. Pick out a mark in the distance that you can see with your lights, and then put on your brakes and make sure you can stop by that distance. If you can't stop within the area that's illuminated by your headlight, you're overdriving your headlights and you're going too fast for your headlights. Solution, get a better headlight, or maybe you're going too fast.
Yeah.
But see and be seen, guys. Don't get run over, and don't hit something because you didn't see it.
So a very controversial addition to the headlight would be that modulator that blinks in the daytime and it's like, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Yeah, it's really irritating. I have one on my Sporty. I have one on the Softail. It only works during the daytime when you have your high beam on. But anytime I get in any kind of questionable circumstance, I turn that on.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to save you from that driver who runs smack into a semi-truck. Some people just aren't looking, and they'll run right into a semi-truck and say they didn't see it. So if they run into a semi-truck, and it happens all the time, and they say they didn't even see it, they're not going to see you on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So do your best to ride defensively.
You who've been riding for any short period of time have already come to realize, you can do everything right on your end, and some kid texting is not going to see you. So, but if you think this video would be helpful to a new rider, share it with them.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel already, please consider doing it. Help us out a lot. And hit the notification bell so when we come out with a new video, you'll get notified that a new video's out. You all ride safe out there.